Okay, this is the EAL on the back side with the battery box. I'm going to take the battery box off. This has got just a Phillips head screw, but the one that's for use will have a Torx with a pin in for a security screw. The cover comes off. You have your circuit board, the plug-ins. This is the motor on this side, the battery right here, and then the reader cable goes up into here. The battery, you can unplug it from over here and it comes out. This one, there's two screws that go in on the side. I didn't put those in, so this will easily come out. And you can remove your battery like that. Just take these two screws off. This thing lifts out, you can unplug it and put everything back in. I'm gonna unplug this. And just go through the mounting real quick. This was on a scrap block, so the holes aren't real precise. It gives you an idea of the mounting. All these screws go into posts that are on a plate on the trim, on the front trim. There's 4 screws that go into the battery box. And there's 4 screws. I'm going to lay this down. There's 4 screws that go into the exit device, which are on each corner of the head. So I didn't put the cover on this one. And obviously the door is not going to lay down like this, but for this, it's easier for me to do it. I recommend you put in the screws just to start them, but don't tighten them up until you get all the screws started. And then once they're started, go ahead and you can start tightening them up. We're going to pull this off. And on the ED1400, it has this tongue that essentially is used to retract the latch and the mortise. On the front side, I'm going to pull off the trim. Okay. And you can see the trim has got the 2 4 posts for the exit device head and the 4 posts for the battery box head. And here's the cable. The cables, when you're running them in, they're going to go a little bit like this, and then they're going to come out the top. So that's why this slot is in here, so you can run the cables there without pinching them. There's a cylinder, or a spindle in here that lines up with the hub and the mortise. And that's used for the key override. And for the exit device itself, the tongue on the exit device head has to go in here in this slot in the mortise, and that retracts it. There is no cylinder. There is just this, which the cutout is not exactly like this. Obviously it's a rectangle, and that goes on the exit device side. And on this side, you have to have a hole to clear for the spindle going into the mortise hub. Other than that, these 2, 4, 6, 8 are through holes, and then there's a hole here for the cables to go through also. And the mortise obviously fits into the mortise pocket. The instructions are with the exit device, the 1400, how to cut the pocket. There's a supplemental template that essentially gauges off of where the spindle goes in, and then the whole pattern goes from there. Okay, that's it.